Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to day 13 of 30 days of sketches. Today's sketch is from Amanda Castle, and I was really inspired by this sketch. It has the hanging tags there, and I knew I wasn't going to do hanging tags, but that hanging element inspired me to pull out these chipboard hanging light bulbs. And I'm not actually sure what company those are from. I've had them in my stash for, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years, and they are not in a package. So I can't even tell you who they're from, and they're probably sold. You can't even get them anymore, I'm guessing. So anyway, I've had them for a long time. I'm going to go ahead and use them, and having them paired up with this really bright paper from Pretty Little Studio is going to be kind of interesting. But this paper is called Hummingbird, and it was part of our the same collection that we used for Kit Conspiracy. Now I don't recall specifically if this was one of the collection papers, because at this point I've combined all of my papers together and I had more paper from this kit than what we did use in Kit Conspiracy last November. If you're not sure what Kit Conspiracy is, it's a series that MK and I do that we invite people to play along. We do this in November and in April, and each week we switch kits that we are using, but we try and make as many layouts as we can during that week using that one kit. And we do offer a pre-sale of those kits. I don't know, I think she might still have some extras in the shop. If you are interested in that, you can go to Some Assemblage Required, and the kits would be in the shop, or you can go and join our Facebook group for Kit Conspiracy, and they are all pinned at the top with a link to each product line, because we have 4 new kits that we are using coming up in April. So anyway, that's what Kit Conspiracy is all about. And anyway, that's the sketch that you see up there in the corner was inspired me to use these light bulbs. It also inspired me, since there are several frames around the outside. I didn't actually want to do a frame, but this paper kind of has a framework up in the top right hand corner, and it has like a black line with these little maybe like leaves hanging on it. So I added more of those just using my black Muji pen, and I added them in the bottom left-hand corner as well to kind of take the place of that framework. So that's where my inspiration was from. I am using 2 photos like in the sketch, and I am also using a title in a very similar location. I am, in the meantime, getting these chipboard light bulbs ready, and all I did was I took some heavy white gesso and I blotted it on to the top of the chipboard, because I know I'm going to put some other color over the top. I don't want the chipboard color to show. Would rather that be white than chipboard, but really I'm going to use some other colors. So I took this rainbow piece, which I think this was a freebie that came in when we purchased our kits for Kit Conspiracy from Pretty Little Studio. I think these were thrown in, and so I just cut off the outside piece of the rainbow, and I'm using it to create the stem of the light bulb. I'm sure it's not a stem, but it's the long straight part of the light bulb. I don't know what it would be called. And so that's going to give me that color, and all I did was glue it down, which I know I'm covering up that gesso that I put down, which is totally fine, but I am gluing it down, trimming it off so it's really nice and thin again. And then I'm going to use some mixed media on the other portions of it. I'm actually going with some Nuvo drops, which is not something that I reach for often, but I have a lot of it, and so I'm trying to use it when I can, and think about using it more often. I am going to go with a dark color called Midnight Sky. It's a very glittery, like multicolor, iridescent glitter inside kind of a blackish blue glitter, and it's actually glitter drops. So I'm going to do that for the very top part of these dangly light bulbs, and then also for the base of the actual bulb itself. So that's going to be this darker color. I tested it out to make sure it's going to work okay for me, and it kind of is very similar to her uniform and the door. kind of a cross between the two. It's not super black, but it's not super blue either. So I really liked that color, and I'm trying to go over it with a good coating so a lot of the white doesn't show. I want it to be more of the darker color. So I'm doing that. And then the actual bulb portion, I'm going to use some Nuvo crystal drops in dandelion yellow. And that yellow is going to match the yellow that's going on this page. It's also going to kind of give the mind the idea that there's an actual light in there and it's glowing yellow. And then at the end of it all, not the end of the video, but at the end of creating these light bulbs, I decided to go in with some packaging and glue it to the back of the actual whole bulb structure, and then fill it in with some Nuvo glitter drops in White Blizzard. So you're going to see me do that as well. I don't think I make you sit through watching me do the entire light bulb out of this yellow, but I think I end up doing one, and then the rest of them I don't make you sit through. But anyway, that's what I end up doing with these. And I don't know if any of this Nuvo glitter drops or crystal drops are still available, because I've had these in my stash for very long. I don't know, 8-9 years. I don't know, a long time, you guys, when they first came out. So if they are available, I will put links down below for that. I'm also going to drop a link down below for the Kit Conspiracy Facebook group in case you're interested in that. And of course, there will be a link down below for 30 days of sketches, so you can go and see all of the inspiration that has been released so far from all of the people that are playing along with 30 days of sketches this month. So check out the description box down below if that's something that interests you. If the products are available, and they could potentially be underneath an affiliate link. So I just wanted to alert you to that. All that means is I get a little bit of a kickback if you purchase through my affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anymore, but it does give me a little bit of extra in my pocket to continue creating stuff for you guys. Anyway, that is all the information on that's down below too. So you could see that I put the packaging on there. I just used my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to go ahead and adhere that, and then I filled them in with that clear crystal or glitter drops called White Blizzard, and that also has an iridescent glitter in it, just like the darker color does, and I think that looks really cool. It kind of ties that background into the darker tones of the photos, and I think that looks really good. I'm also going to do some mixed media on my acrylic title, and that acrylic title is from Bramble Fox. That is a UK based company, and it's been in my stash for quite some time, so I'm not even sure if it's available any longer either, but if it is, I'll put a link down below for it so you can find it easily. It actually came with Smarty Pants and another saying, but I don't remember what the other saying is right off the top of my head, and I don't have it in front of me to tell you, so I apologize for that. I am going to go around the thin outline of pants in that same color that I used for the top of the light bulb, the top of the pendants, and the top or the base of the actual bulb. And then I am going to go over the Smarty portion by blotting it with some of that yellow dandelion or dandelion yellow crystal drops from Nuvo, just to tie that title back in to the other mixed media I've got going on, and also to make it stand out more, because it being white on top of this background that has a white background, or this paper that has a white background, it doesn't really show up very much. It's not very bold, and I definitely wanted it to show some. Now, the photo, in case you're wondering, is first day of preschool for the middle of the 3 kids that I take care of, and then it has her sister, her older sister, and her baby brother, all 3 of them in front of the door, and she's still holding her sign that says first day of preschool. And so I wanted to capture that. I just recently did a layout of her sister on her first day of preschool from several years back. And I will try to remember to put a link to that particular video at the end of this video, so you can check that out if that's something of interest to you. If you're interested in doing some school layouts, that might be something that works well for you. Now this is packaging from that Pretty Little Studio Sunkissed collection. That is the name of this particular collection. I don't think I mentioned that in the beginning. The paper is called Hummingbird, but the collection is called Sunkissed, and it's really beautiful, very bright and vibrant. And the flowers that I'm using are also from that collection, and I just think they're just gorgeous flowers. And this collection does have kind of a mix of these really pretty flowers, and then it's got some kind of cartoony characters in it, which I think are really cute, but they're very different. This particular background is very different than some of the other backgrounds that are a little bit more cartoony looking. But I thought this was really pretty and worked really well, mostly because this girl, she loves her rainbows. Her entire bedroom has rainbows, rainbow comforter, rainbow curtains, anything that is rainbow unicorn, she is into it. So given her love for rainbows, I thought I got to use a lot of color on this, and she will just be beyond excited that it's so colorful and it's got her photo on it. She's going to love it. So that's what prompted my decision on what colors to go with. And I think it works great because there's not really a whole lot of color in the photograph. So it's not competing with the photo. And so that makes it kind of nice and really allows me to kind of work with a lot of color and not feel like it's detracting from the photo. So that is the plan. I apologize you don't get to see their faces. That's just for privacy purposes for her family. They prefer the kids not be on social media, and I can respect that and still create some beautiful layouts for them and for you guys to check out the process of if without showing their faces. So I really loved this hummingbird. There is a large hummingbird hanging or sitting on a stick there on the background, but I really liked the addition of this other smaller hummingbird and giving it a little bit of pop with some dimensional foam behind it to kind of play off of the flowers that are tucked behind the small photo there. So I think that looks really cool. I am just using glue dots to adhere my acrylic title, and those are just the mini glue dots or the micro glue dots. I'm not sure which ones I had in my hand there, but they're very small. And then I took more of that glitter drop Nuvo product in White Blizzard, and I just squeezed a bunch into the letters where it says pants so that it kind of plays off of the clear part of the light bulb and gives you a little bit of sheen when you move the paper around. And I really like the way that that ends up looking as well. I left a little bit of space above that small photo for her mom to do a little bit of journaling on, and that's going to be something that I don't show online for privacy purposes again, and plus my layout is done and her mom will do the journaling at some point when I give it to her down the road. I do have a batch that I work in batches, and then I'll give her a whole bunch at one time. That is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. I really appreciate the time that you guys take to spend with me. So thank you for that. And I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Bye-bye.